Hello, I'm WaffleStick. Welcome to episode 3 of BlockHeadz season 3. We're over here in the end dimension with the good old Etz feller up there. It looks like he's built an AFK room, and I am slowly falling to my death. But we've got a Shulker Farm now, so we put in some work tonight, and it should be all ready to go. We're just waiting on the admins to reinitiate the carpet configuration for Shulker respawning. So they'll respawn inside of the Wither Roses, get killed, and then get stored, which is very simple, straightforward, works fine enough for me, and probably works just as effectively as season 2 when Pell brought me like a whole shulker full of shulker shells, like stacks upon stacks. Anyways, yes, let's head on over to our base area. I've got some stuff to show off that's happened since I've been gone. All right, so we made it back to Krungerbunget. I'm still getting used to the terminology. I've got Demonetized with me. Hello, mister. How you doing up there?
You're pretty good, man. How are you?
Good. Now, if one were observant last episode, you might notice some subtle differences here in Krungerbunget. I'm going to try to nail them all. I've been playing quite a bit recently, so a lot has changed. But behind me, 2 columns had gotten removed that were on each side of the pathway. They were a little bit close, making the bridge smaller, in effect. So I removed those. I'm going to rebuild them. It's going to be a quite big one right here for a column. And I'm going to move the other one over this way too. And so all the storage that was here was completely removed. Hex's starter items. You know how it gets? It gets quite cluttery. And I have extended the grassways a bit, trying to play around with a pathway, which to no avail, because yeah, it's a little bit weird to figure out how we're going to do like a garden and a pathway up to the trading hall up here. It's not really a trading hall. It's like a emerald trading booth thing. That's how you explain it. You might be wondering about this large box that subsides next to the fortress. So this is going to be a Dwarven Hammer. The idea was by Demonetized. Excellent idea. I love it. The only thing is, this is blocking the Dwarven Kingdom viewpoint from across the bridge. So I think what I want to do is move this down so that we're walking across the top of the hammer. And now this would have worked. It really would have with any other fortress. Like if we had it on the side or something and walking through it, that'd be really sweet. I like the idea. The only thing is, when it comes to like kingdom building and stuff, you want to see your viewpoints and far off to make it look bigger. But yeah, this is definitely a sweet idea. And I thought for additionals, we could do like a stalagmite, like holding the handle of the hammer, you know, doing some cool like Dwarven intricacies, patterns. I thought it'd be so sweet. So I'm going to stick with that. It's very nifty. I hope you don't mind. I'm using my light mod. We're using, I think it is it? No, it's Tweakaroo that has this feature. It is a peaceful cave. We're in the mushroom biome, so I'm not that worried about it. If it was, you know, mobs everywhere, I would leave it off just for the fairness, but it definitely looks cool without the light mod too. I just like to see everything. Now, Hex's work subsides where I'm separating, like right here, this whole segment. Now this is my addition, which I've got to still detail this, but this is my storage room. It gets a little bit laggy over here for some reason. I haven't quite figured that one out. But here is the storage system. Got everything organized that was in the starter chest. Here's the library he was working on. So yeah, I got to work on this for sure. Get this detailed. This is actually a staircase that leads up to my starter area into the ravine. So if it were to go up here, this goes straight into my ravine area. So I thought that'd be a really cool connection. Well, Demonetized had the idea, and yeah, I'm definitely for it. But usually to get out of here, I just fly this way. I think I got more rockets. Okay. I was a little worried, and then just flying upwards. That's how I get out of the cave. But yeah, it is nice to have a convenient way just to kind of walk out. So I think I'm going to get this hammered out. I just had to say it. I'm laughing too hard at this. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get this hammered out today. Yep, that's Dwarven Hammer. We're gonna move it down, do the handle, do a nice stalagmite at the bottom to hold it up, do some intricacies. It's gonna be fun, guys. I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm really excited about it. But I do need to tear this down, so that might take a minute. Okay, something I didn't realize is the bridge convenience might be a little weird with this one because the depth adds so much to the overall build that I really want to continue doing it on top. But we are definitely going to be getting the bumpiness as we're walking over, which isn't much of a bother for me. I think it's totally fine. It might drive some individuals crazy, but I quite like it. I have this feeling this isn't going to be the last of the TLC on top of the hammer, just to figure things out. But the more variation I do to it, the more corroded it looks. It looks like an ancient hammer, sort of. Well, especially when you put a lot of detail and care into it. I think it goes a long ways. That's going to have to get varied. But it looks like it's just been like hanging out in this Dwarven kingdom for a very, very long time. I think I like it. It's growing on me. I'm putting some thought into it. Got the sides done for the hammer, the details. I think I'm regretting this. It might be a little bit too flashy right there. I will change it in the future. I might even change this entire pattern in the future. I just gotta wait and see if this handle is gonna fix it or not. That's what's gonna really represent it as a hammer. So I'm having a hard time seeing it without that handle. Just got a single track mind, man. It doesn't work. I'm just visioning things. I wish it did. And then this side we've got done as well. So Demonetize had spent some time making some lampposts for the bridge. And yes, here they are. It kind of fills it in. We put in some chains and blocks to make it look like dwarves have adopted the hammer that's in place as a bridge. So we kind of went with that. And then the lamps, they don't really give off enough light, really. So I put in these like glowstone pieces to make it look like the light is hitting the floor of the bridge. So that's as far as we've gotten. Now the fun part, doing the handle and the stalagmite that comes up from the floor holding it. So that's got to be a pretty thick handle. All right, so I think this is the last piece for the foundation work on this little support piece for the handle. So I'm just going to take these 2 blocks out and we can take a gander at it. Yeah, it's going to be really blank. I'm just doing the foundation, then I want to come back and do the texturing on it. But that's what we got so far. Hey, it's coming out pretty cool, shapely. I like it. We just got to bring down the handle from there and then a stalagmite going upwards holding it in place. Can't really see the magic yet until it's detailed. I think the detailing is just going to completely blow this out of the water. It's going to make it so much better. But that looks cool. I like it. You know, I don't build in creative much. I just always appreciated survival. But there's those moments that I really wish that I had planned this out in like creative or something, because if I were to bring this over in a Lightmatic file or schematic, however you want to say it, I could have built from the bottom up instead of building from the top down. It would have been so much easier, but I feel like I get better ideas just building it straight up in survival, just because I like improv. But let's step back. I put in some lighting effects within the support piece. So we could see that whenever we are out of this mode. Ooh, so we can see a little bit of lighting leaking through the wall, which I'm going to do for this one too, because you cannot see anything without the light. It is totally black there. But I do need to do a lot more detailing to the handle. Might shape it up a bit, put in some extra blocks to kind of darken it. But ooh, that support is actually looking quite nice. Hey, it has come through. I was really worried about that piece. Let's go up here so we just see a different perception of it. Unfortunately, we cannot really see it if we're just going to the bridge. I got to do a lot more work to the stalagmite too. It looks like a hammer. I mean, if you were just to look at it, it does. Be a very menacing, like kind of wild looking hammer, but the Dwarvens were mysterious anyways, right? After chipping away at this project for about a week or so, we have it complete, I believe. Wow, that's a really, really close up, isn't it? I mean, it's anyways, here is the hammer. We got the lighting effects in on the side to put in the walls, and the glowstone is behind the walls. So it just kind of lights up the details. We could see it without the light mod, but we will see it with the light mod just to kind of, you know, tone in on all the details that I've done. We've got another one right there. So got a nice shine to it. And I think this went the furthest, like really detailing the handle, you know, with different blocks of wood and such. Kind of a gradient, darker to lighter on the top. Yeah, I mean, if I were to look at this, it does look like a hammer. I don't know if it's so Dwarven-y, but it does look like a hammer. It's, you know, it's reminiscent of the Dwarven culture, I think. If we were to go up here, then a little bit slight more detailing up here. I mean, it's pretty nice. I like it. It's got the details for sure. That's what it took me the longest. Let's go ahead and activate the light and see what that looks like. We got everything kind of in place. We got to rework the slagmite a bit. Once I kind of get to this chasm and start working on this area, which I guess it's going to be an extension, there might be a way to come down. So now looking at this pattern that we got going on, this kind of looks like dig marks. Demonetized, he came up with this. I might actually incorporate this into some of the face, but I would like this to be like a terraformed cliff, sort of. To give us more space to work with, and it just looks really dramatic. But yeah, I'm going to try to incorporate this in some way. I like it. Oh, well done. I finally got a bridge. We don't have to worry about walking over that one single block of bridge anymore. Seeing as we spent the entire episode in Krungerbunget, I thought to come over and visit Hex's new cave system. And it is glorious. This looks so sweet. It's got so many columns in it. A big natural dripstone cave. That looks just glorious. Look at that. Big dripstone column right in the center. This is, I could see why he switched. This is nice. And then he's got some of his works going on over here. Ooh, fancy smancy. Got like a little balcony to look over into the depths of the cave. A little tree farm. That's the thing about Hex. When he settles in a new place, or if he just begins building, like it grows at such a rapid rate. It's almost like it's like a big disease just spreading across the cavern system. Oh, that looks cool. What is this? Where the actual fortress is? If we were to go down here. Oh yeah, I got to remember this is not a peaceful cave. He might have made it a little bit better with the torches and such. Oh yeah, there's the dwarf. That's what I was looking for. That's so cool. He's like holding a pickaxe, got him a little piece of gold. Ah, that's sweet. I love it. I had seen this on Etz's live stream. He was over here checking it out. Ooh yeah, this is, whoa, this is much bigger than I thought it was. Look at all these columns. Oh man. Yeah, this cave is just massive. Wow. So much to see in there. It's such a gorgeous cave. Awesome selection for that. Pell and Etz's areas right here. They're probably going to be working on something in the midst of this, but I'm not really privy to their plans. And this is the little cave system that they had portaled into. This is how we get out. I took the long way to Hex's cave, so it's nice to know that the opening's there. Now if I can just find my way out of here. And after a coon's age, I finally found my way back to the Nether Hub. I was looking for that portal forever. But I think that's going to be about it for today's episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy watching. We'll see you next episode. Have a fantastic day.